In this video tutorial, we're going to be covering Google Analytics and Google Search Console and also SERPs or Search Engine Results pages and how all these three link into each other. For example, Google Analytics will tell us who visited the site and what they did when they were on the website. If I have a look here at the analytics for this client, if we look at behavior and behavior flow, you'll see here that people are coming from various locations and then going on to other pages. If I filter traffic through the home page, for example, you'll see which pages they're going to, where they're leaving, and where they're going to. So Google Analytics is very good at telling us what people did when they got to the website. SERPs, on the other hand, will tell us what they did to get there, so how people found you. For example, here we can see that they rank #1 in google.co.uk and .es for complementary therapy Tenerife. We can see also that they rank #1 for reflexology in Tenerife in google.co.uk, but not the home page, one of the landing pages. And this brings us back onto analytics quite neatly, because if I go to analytics and go to behavior, I believe it is, site content, there we go, all pages. So this tells us which pages were most popular on that website, and you'll see that the most popular page is not the home page. In fact, the home page isn't even the second most popular page, because people are finding the other pages through Google search. But what we do to try and make things a little easier is we produce this overview report each month, and this tells us roughly what's happening with the website through analytics. So you'll see here that there are 1,234 sessions in February as opposed to 918 in January, and it shows that as a percentage increase. You'll see also that there's been an increase in the number of users. The number of users and the number of sessions will rarely be the same, because one user could have various sessions. They could visit the website multiple times. You'll also see there's another figure, pages per session. The number of pages per session is the number of pages people are looking at per session that's being used. Typically that will be 2, maybe 3. If it's lower, it means that probably people are either not finding the site interesting, which isn't the case in this website, or that they're looking for information and then they go, or contact details perhaps, and then they leave the site and make contact. The bounce rate is an interesting one, because what this indicates is the percentage of people who came to the website, looked at a page and then left, and that could be any page, it doesn't have to be the home page. And we'll also see what percentage of visitors are new and what percentages are returning during that period, and you'll see we have quite a high percentage of new visitors on this website. Another thing that's interesting is where people come from, the acquisition. So whether they're coming directly, whether they're coming from a referral, for example a link from another website, whether they're finding you through organic search, social, or paid search. We had advertising running on this website through Google AdWords, so that's why there was a lot of paid search traffic in November, December and January. And moving on to channels, you'll see that of the traffic that came to the website, the acquisition, 43 were from social, and 41 of those were from Facebook, 1 from Twitter and 1 from LinkedIn. You'll notice there's no traffic here from TripAdvisor, and we've looked into this before. TripAdvisor appear to be hiding the traffic, so it appears as though it's direct traffic as under acquisition, when in actual fact it's coming from a referrer from TripAdvisor. And you'll also see we collate such information like which equipment people are using, what whether they're using a desktop or a mobile or a tablet. And one of the other things we do is we look at Google Search Console, which we're going to come on to in a little while, and that tells us how many clicks you had in Google Search, how many impressions, in other words, how many pages presented, and what the average click-through rate was. So of all the presentations, how many people clicked, and what the average position was in search. It's unlikely you'll ever get to number one unless you had an absolutely spectacular website, but the higher you are, the better it is. But the more pages you have on the website, the lower you will be down as well until those pages rank, if that makes sense. And we present nice little graphs to make things easy to understand as well. So for example, if we go back to sessions, we can see there's been a nice steady increase in sessions over the last few months, an increase in users. The bounce rate has gone up, which that needs looking at. Of course, we've discussed this with the client, and then where people are coming from. So that pretty much covers the analytics overview report that we produce, and all of that information can be found within analytics. So if we go to audience, for example, you'll see all the information we've presented there is also available on this screen. And if we go to mobile, for example, an overview, you can see the numbers of people who are using which particular type of device, acquisition, overview, where people are coming from. My suggestion would be take some time to explore this. Little things like behavior, technology, geo interest, demographics. All of this is available to you in analytics. If you don't have access to the analytics account, just get in touch and we'll give you access. And maybe perhaps later down the line we can have a chat about how different elements can be looked at. For example, how to reduce the bounce rate, how to increase the traffic to the site through social, things like that. All of the information in here is really helpful for helping you build up the engagement on the website and helping people stay on the website. How they get there is done through SERPs. So we track all this through SERPs, for example, where people rank in google.co.uk or .es or even .com. We can even track Bing and Yahoo, and we can track SnackPack results as well, or Google local business results. Those are the little maps that you see in the search results. We can track organic and paid and any type of traffic, basically. And what we actually do here is you'll see it's tracking the search terms every day, every week, and then every month. This particular website's only been tracked for a few weeks, so we don't have any monthly statistics. But I'm going to bring one over in a moment that actually has a little bit more history to it. If I open this. There we go. So if I bring up my website here, we'll see that we're ranking number one for paying a website designer a retainer, and we have ranked number one, like forever apparently. Should I contract a local designer? And there's other search terms that we rank for as well. And as you can also see, it's not the home page that ranks, it's another page, a blog page usually, or one of the services page usually. And this we can't stress enough. Google themselves say there are only two things really that are really important in ranking. One of them is content and the other one is backlinks. Backlinks are quite hard to get, good quality backlinks, but they're well worth procuring. Content is easy. You just write the content up, optimize it and put it on the website. Google indexes it and then hopefully you rank for that search term. So I hope this has been useful. Like I said at the beginning, it's just an overview. The key things here are that we can produce these overview reports on a monthly basis, and they'll give you a snapshot of how well you're doing, what needs improving. The SERPs, without a doubt, is invaluable to any company who wants to rank in search. And again, it's a few dollars or a few pounds a month to keep this running, and it gives you an indication of how well you're doing and what needs improving. And for us, it's an invaluable tool. It really helps us identify what's working. So hope that's been of use. If you've got any questions, just get in touch.